one told me love was only in the movies. It don't exist in real life these days now.
Hey Ace family!
Welcome back to our channel, guys.
What's going on, everybody? Today's video, we will be doing a story time about our first fight. And for those who don't know, Catherine and I never fight or hardly argue. If we argue,
never broken up either.
Yeah, we've never broken up. You guys are probably like, really? No, really though. We've never broken up. When we do argue, it's for about like a minute, and that's it. We get over it really quick. And before we start...
Well, we get over it because of my personality.
Explain.
Because I don't like let it linger. We just argue and then that's it.
No, that's because of my personality. You're the stubborn one.
Alright, no, you're the stubborn one.
Yo, she is more stubborn than me.
No,
That's how you know she's...
You are the most stubborn person in the world.
Negative.
And you're a Taurus. So...
Okay, and?
That's more of a stubborn...
Alright, so before we start with this story, I first want to say that it took me... Well, I shouldn't say it took me. How can I word this? She didn't allow me in her home till about 2 to 3 weeks after we were hanging out every day. Like, it wasn't like... Okay, I understood, like... Okay, obviously, the first time you hang out, like, I get it. Like, of course, I can't come to the house. That makes sense, right? But after, like, the 5th day we hang out every day, you're assuming, like, fellas, aren't you assuming, like, all right, it's about time you let me in the damn house, right? Like, not necessarily, like, saying you want to do anything or anything like that, but it's just more of, like...
anything.
Yeah, like, hook up or anything like that. I'm just saying it's more of just a, like, respect factor. Like, okay, I'll let you in my house where you can, you know, hang out longer. Like, you can have a deep conversation or whatever it is, rather than just hanging out, like, out in public. You know, it's always nice to be in the home and you just feel more comfortable, right, fellas? So, no lie to you, it wasn't 5 days, it wasn't 6 days, it wasn't even 10 days. It took her like 3 weeks until she let me in the house. But it also was a good thing because it let me know.
Were you surprised when I let you in?
Like I said,
Did I invite you in?
Like I said, it also was a good thing because it let me know what type of girl she was. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you actually invited me in. Because before it was like we hung out, and then when I went to drop her off at night, I was like, I would pull up at the house and I would be like, all right, and she literally, that's what she would do. She would get out the car and be like, all right, bye. I'm like, what the hell?
I'd be like, okay, bye.
In the car, she would just be like this. Usually I thought, you know, I would get out, that we'd hug and be like, all right. It was
nice.
That's exactly how she treated me, like a little dog.
No, I didn't treat you like that.
Okay, it wasn't that bad, but she was real standoffish, and I was just confused because I was
That's
like, yo.
just how I am, though. That's just my personality.
That's how she is.
Like, I'm just...
Because, you know me, she was one
I'm not extra. Like, I'm not an extra person. It is what it is, and if I don't know you, then I don't trust you, so I'm just not...
Right.
You know, I have a wall up, and that's just how I am.
Like I said, she was the most beautiful woman in the world, so you guys know how I felt about her from jump. And so, I didn't know how she felt about me, because she was literally like, okay, bye. You know? This was the 4th or 5th day, too. Like, I'm thinking, like, can I at least get a hug outside the car? Maybe a little, nice scene, nice hanging out with you. No, none of that. So, finally, 3 weeks later, we pull up, and I'm not sure how the conversation went, but she allowed me in her home. And, you know, fellas, you know, once you get inside the home, you know, it seems as if things are going the right way.
So this is what's interesting, is our first fight was actually the first time he was invited in my home. Right? Was that the first night?
Yeah, the first night, which is crazy.
I know.
So
that was our first fight, and what's weird is, like, we got into an argument.
So you're gonna break it down for him?
No, you're gonna break it down, but I'm just gonna explain that we got into an argument, and it was funny because at the time we weren't, like, officially dating or anything, and so I felt like, why the hell am I arguing with this guy? Like, there's no reason to be arguing. We're not even together, so why are we arguing? And I remember thinking to myself, like, just get out. If you don't want to be here, just get out.
She loved me.
Okay, so explain.
Come to find out, she loved me.
Okay.
Alright. So, she allows me into her home. And having a good time, you know, watching movies. have a good conversation, and the next thing you know, we get in an argument. I forget what the argument was about, but it was over something stupid.
I know what it was. It was really stupid.
You remember?
Yeah. Okay, we were talking, and you were like, "Oh, like, do you see yourself like being in a relationship?" And I was like, "No, like that's not what I'm looking for right now." And you were like, "Yeah."
Oh,
I was just talking shit, and he was like, "You were like, yeah, like why not though? Like I don't understand, like blah blah blah." And we were just talking, and so then it made like the conversation kind of awkward. And then we were watching TV, and then you were falling asleep, and I was getting mad that you were falling asleep.
Yeah.
And then I don't exactly remember what happened, but Austin went to another room.
I went to another room because I was like, you know what? I don't want to argue with her. Let me just go into this other room, and I'll probably end up falling asleep because I'm tired as hell. So
no, you weren't thinking I'm gonna fall asleep because I'm tired as hell. You weren't thinking that. You were thinking, oh, I was gonna go in there and talk.
I was thinking like, I have an attitude. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I had an attitude, and like I'm stubborn as hell. So listen.
No, wait, you listen. He left. He went to the other room, and
okay, let me keep going.
Can you hold on 1 second?
No, because
he went to the other room, and I didn't say anything for 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah. So listen. So I go into the other room, right? And
I was like, okay, go to
exactly.
the other room.
She had stubborn as hell. I go into the other room, and I'm thinking, she's gonna be like, coming in there to try and talk to me. Nothing. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell? You should be happy I'm in your home, right? Like, it's a privilege to have me in your home type thing, right? So, like 30 minutes, an hour go by.
And I'm like, Austin!
Yeah, so then she starts calling my name, right? So I'm like, okay. She starts saying, Austin! Austin! And I'm not saying nothing, right?
And then I was like, serious. I was like, Austin, come over here right now.
She gets hella mad.
And I didn't want to go.
Austin, come here right now. I'm like, no, leave me alone. So then...
No, you were like, no, you come here. And I was like, no, you left, so you're coming.
You're right, exactly. So we're going back and forth. So finally she comes into the room. She's like, you know what? If you're not going to come in here, you can leave my house. You can get out of here right now. Get your shit and leave. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm stubborn. She's stubborn. I'm like, cool, I'll leave. So as I'm leaving, I'm getting all my stuff, trying to get everything. I leave. I'm walking to the car. She just slams the door behind me. I'm like, you little son of a gun.
And I was like, here's your hat.
Yeah, here's my hat, throwing everything at me. I'm leaving. I'm getting in the car, and I'm like, thinking like...
Oh, and mind you, I knew that he wasn't actually leaving. I knew you were
okay, anyway, so I get
to... It was like 2 a.m. Like, you were actually leaving.
Anyway, so I get to the car, and like, when I get in my car, I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, she is so damn beautiful. I love this girl. Like, what am I doing? That's what I'm thinking in my head. She doesn't know this, but I'm thinking like, what the hell am I doing? Austin, you better get your ass back in that house right now. You better change your attitude. Quit being stubborn. You better love her, right? That's what I'm really thinking. I'm like, but my other side, listen, my other side. Did you think yourself
you messed up?
No, listen.
You're like, I was overreacting.
Of course, but listen, on my other end, I was like, you know what? Forget that. She should be bowing down to you. She should be freaking showing me love.
Bowing down?
She should be showing. She should showing me love. She should be walking up to the car and be like, baby, don't leave. That's what my other side was thinking, right? So then, I start looking around, and I realized I left my wallet. Right? I left my wallet in the house. No. Listen, there's two sides of the story.
Yeah, there's two sides.
So listen,
there's the real side and then there's the bullshit side.
Anyways, I'm looking around like, where's my wallet? Oh shit, forgot my wallet. Oh, I left. And now I gotta try to go. Listen.
No, you didn't leave your spot. You were still there.
Let me finish. No, so I'm saying I left your home. I'm in the house. I mean, I'm in my car. And now I have to go back inside. That's just that's. So
he calls me.
That's what I'm calling.
A minute after he walks out, and I was sitting on the bed with the lights on, just waiting.
Who's telling the story? Can I finish my part?
Okay, well, I'm just saying that's what you were doing.
God damn. So then, I call her and I'm like, can you find my wallet? I left my wallet in there. Please look for my wallet. She's like, I'm looking. I don't see it. You didn't leave your wallet. You just want to come back inside or something like that. So I was like, no, I really left my wallet. So I'm looking, and then I ended up finding my wallet. It was in my car.
Yeah.
So then, I go ahead and say what you want to say.
Yeah, so supposedly he left his wallet, but that was his excuse to call me because he really knew he didn't leave his wallet. And I knew that because I knew that you didn't have your wallet in there.
So you knew I was gonna try to come back inside?
Yeah, and you know what? I was offended because he was like, "You have my wallet," and I was like, "Why the hell do I even care to have your wallet? I don't have your wallet." And he was like, "Well, I'm coming back in like to look for it." And then you walk in, and like,
I walk in?
you were looking at like the most random places. Like your wallet isn't here.
So then I loved her too much. I put my pride aside. I walked up to her and be like, "Can we stop arguing?" I was like, "Can we stop arguing?" And she was like, "Yeah." And after that, everything was Gucci. Everything, was perfect. We literally just forgot all about that incident.
And I was thinking to myself, like, why the hell did I just argue with him? Like,
right.
What?
And I was thinking,
and I was like, maybe...
Did she argue with me like that? She freaking loves me.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I like him. I don't know. Because I let him back inside.
I don't know. You love me.
I did.
I love you.
I love you. And that was our last fight for like a couple months, I think.
That was our last fight for the longest. Like I said, we hardly ever fight, hardly ever argue.
Yeah.
Never broken up. But yeah, guys, that was the first incident that we've had. It literally went to 0 to 100 so quick. And I wasn't expecting it.
It got kind of ugly too. We made it sound kind of like whatever, but it was kind of ugly.
Yeah, it was kind of ugly.
For no reason.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was worried because I was like, man, if I lose her because of this, I'm gonna be feeling so shitty because part of it was my fault, and I'm so stubborn, and I might really lose the girl of my dreams.
This is how you know it's meant to be. When you know the outcome, like when you're fighting and you know exactly what's gonna happen. You know that the person's gonna come back or the person's gonna apologize. At that point, we knew each other, but not like 100%. So for me to feel like I knew what was gonna happen, that itself just showed me that we were meant to be. Because if you would have left, that would have been it for me, and I wouldn't have talked to him again.
I know.
Think about it.
That. That's why I didn't move my tires. No, I stayed right there.
And I knew he was. Yeah, I knew he was coming back.
The thing is, you didn't know
the
shit.
Thing is, when you walked out, you didn't even look like you were actually going anywhere.
Yes, I did.
Where were you gonna go?
For a split second, I was like, you know what? Forget this.
You didn't even know where you were going.
Shit. I didn't, but now I was gonna go somewhere.
I hope so.
I don't know, but at the end of the day, I didn't leave, and this is where we're at now.
Yeah.
Living happily ever after with a beautiful family, a beautiful wife, beautiful queen. Baby, princess.
Yep.
Yeah, guys. So that was our first fight. Hope you guys enjoyed the story.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
We don't really have too many fights, arguments, and we have never broken up, so we can never give you those type of stories.
Mm-hmm.
But this story was very interesting to us. We want to share it with you guys. And before I close out the video, we have to give our post notification shout out today to...
And the notifications shout out goes to Jasmine Segundo.
Shout out to you, girl. Thank you so much for having our post notifications turned on. Whoever else would like a post notification shout out, all you got to do is turn on our post notifications and comment when done. And obviously, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like me and my beautiful queen always say,
we'll be back with more videos.
Peace.